Do you understand English, but freeze when it's time to speak? You know the words, you listen, you study. But when you want to start a conversation, your mind goes blank. Your heart beats fast, your mouth stays closed, and you feel that old fear again. What if I say it wrong? What if I sound stupid? This video is for you. Here, we practice 50 simple English sentences to start real conversations. At work, at school, on the bus. In real life, I speak slowly. I use easy words. You listen. You repeat with me. This is called shadowing, and it helps you speak with more confidence. Don't worry about grammar. Don't try to be perfect. Just follow my voice. Speak with me. Feel the rhythm. Feel the courage. Let's train your mouth to speak English, not with fear, but with flow. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Let's begin. Sometimes starting a conversation feels like jumping off a cliff. You want to speak, but your mouth stays shut. Why? Because you're scared of saying something wrong. You think, what if they laugh? What if I sound stupid? But here's the truth. Friendly English is simple. Even one short sentence can open a door. Hi, how are you? That's it. A soft beginning. A chance to connect. That's how many good things start, with a small hello. When you meet someone new, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Imagine this. You're at the bus stop, next to someone your age. You smile. You say, hello. They smile back. You add, nice to meet you. That's how conversations begin, not with grammar, but with courage. It's not about big words. It's about small connections. You are not a robot. You are a person. A few simple words can show that. Let's say you're learning English and someone speaks to you fast. You freeze. You panic. But what if you could say, I'm learning English. Can we talk in English? That changes everything. It's honest. It's clear. And most people will slow down. People are kinder than we think, especially when we are kind first. Use your voice. Say, can we talk in English? That one line can turn fear into flow. Think of the phrases like tools in your pocket. Hi, how are you? Use it at the store. Hello? Use it when you join a class. Nice to meet you. Say it when your friend introduces you to someone. These are not just words. They are keys. Keys to connection. Keys to practice. Every time you say them, your fear gets smaller. Your world gets bigger. You don't need a long sentence. You don't need perfect pronunciation. You only need to begin. A whisper is enough to break the silence. What's your name? This small question can open a long conversation. The secret is in the repetition. Practice it at home. Say it while looking in the mirror. Whisper it. Shout it. Record your voice. Hear yourself say it again and again. You can even practice with your pet, with your plant, or with your own reflection. Hi, how are you? Hello, nice to meet you. Repeat them like a song. Language is rhythm. Language is feeling. When it feels natural in your mouth, it will flow out with less fear. And remember, when you forget a word, you can always smile. A smile is part of the sentence. Here's a tip. When you feel nervous, slow down. Speak like you are talking to a child. Clear, gentle, simple. I'm learning English. This is not a mistake. It's a power move. You are not hiding. You are showing up. You are doing what many people are too afraid to do. Try. And trying is how we grow. So speak with softness. But speak. Speak. Even when your voice shakes. And here's a truth few people tell you. Most deep conversations started with hi. Yes, just hi. And if you can say that, you're already ahead. Ahead of the fear. Ahead of the silence. And now, what happens when you meet someone at work or school? How do you begin that conversation without feeling awkward? You walk into work. You sit at your desk. You see someone next to you. You want to say something, but your mouth stays closed. Your heart beats faster. Your brain says, don't make a mistake. But what if you didn't need to be perfect? What if all you needed was kindness? One small question. How was your weekend? That's it. A simple way to start. Work and school can feel cold sometimes. Everyone is busy, everyone is quiet. But deep inside, most people want connection. You don't need to say something deep. Just say, "Are you busy today, or did you watch the game?" These are safe. These are friendly. You're not just speaking English, you're learning to break the ice. Let's make it real. Imagine this. You see your classmate. You say, "I like your bag," or your co-worker is typing fast. You smile and say, "Busy day?" It's not a big moment, but it's a start. A door opens. Maybe they say, "Yes, very busy." Then you laugh together. That's English working in real life, not in a textbook, but in your mouth and in your world. And here's something powerful. Do you have a minute? This shows respect. This gives space. When you want to ask something but feel nervous, just start there. It's polite. It's useful. You can follow it with, "Can I ask you something?" Simple, clear, friendly. That's how English becomes human. Not perfect, but real. You are not just learning English. You are learning to connect. And connection needs courage, not big vocabulary. You might feel like everyone is smarter than you, but many people feel the same inside. Use soft questions, use kind eyes, and keep it simple. What do you think about this project? That shows interest. That builds trust. Practice these at home. Say them while walking. Record your voice. How was your weekend? Are you busy today? Can I ask you something? Make your voice kind. Make your rhythm calm. You don't need speed. You need warmth. Fluency begins with emotion, not just words. Be calm. Be curious. That's how the fear melts. English in work or school is not about grammar tests. It's about being human, being curious, being present. When you ask small questions, people feel seen, and you feel less alone. You don't need to lead a meeting. You just need to say one friendly sentence. Every small word is a step forward, and you're walking now. And sometimes, the best way to start a conversation is not with a question, but with what's around you. What if the room is hot? What if the coffee smells strong? What if there's music playing? Your next English sentence might be waiting in the air around you. Sometimes you don't need to create a conversation. You just need to notice what's already there. You and the other person are in the same place. You feel the same weather. You hear the same music. You wait in the same line. That's your invitation. That's your chance. Just look around and say what you see. One small sentence can change everything. "It's really hot today." That's not just a comment. It's a soft connection. The other person might say, "Yes, I'm melting." And now you're talking. Or you're in a crowded room. You say, "This place is crowded." And someone near you laughs. These little phrases are bridges. They connect you through the present moment, and the present is always here. Here's another one. Is this your first time here? Imagine you're at an event, a class, a cafe, or a new office. Someone sits near you. Instead of silence, you ask this simple question. If they say yes, you can ask, "What do you think so far?" If they say no, you can say, "Nice, I'm new here." And now you're speaking English in real life, naturally. Let's try another. You hear a song playing in a store or restaurant. You say, "I love this song." The other person might smile and say, "Me too," or "I don't know this one." And now you're not just strangers. You're sharing something, a song, a moment, a feeling. You don't need deep grammar. You just need to notice and speak. Many people feel stuck in silence because they wait for the perfect thing to say. But in truth, real connection is about shared experience. You're both waiting in line. You're both stuck in traffic. You're both watching the same rainfall. Say it. "The line is so long," or "This rain won't stop." It's not just small talk. It's your practice ground. You can train your brain for this. Next time you're outside, look around and say what you see out loud in English. The sun is bright. The street is busy. This bus is late. Do it at home. Do it at the market. These are easy sentences, but they grow your fluency. And when you say them with someone near you, they start a conversation. Here's something many don't realize. These small shared moments are powerful. Why? Because they are real. They are honest. They are now. No grammar book can teach you that, but life can. Life gives you daily chances to speak. Don't wait for perfect and speak from the present. Use your eyes, use your voice. Let the world teach you English. So next time you feel stuck, don't look inside for the right words. Look outside. Feel the weather. Hear the noise. See the people. Maybe, just maybe, your next conversation begins with something simple like, "I think we're in the same class." Sometimes the best way to start a conversation is to notice something good and say it. A kind word is powerful. It makes people feel seen. It opens hearts. And the good news, you don't need big words to give a compliment. Just say, "I like your jacket," or "That's a nice watch." These are not just words. These are bridges. Many learners feel nervous when speaking, but a compliment is safe. It doesn't start a debate. It doesn't need a long reply. It's soft, simple, and kind. And most people will smile and say, "Thank you." That's your moment. That's the door opening. After that, the conversation can grow slowly, naturally. Imagine you're in a new class. You sit next to someone, you feel shy, but then you notice their smile. You say, "You have a great smile." They smile more. They say, "Thanks." And now the silence is gone. That's how language works. One kind sentence creates space, a space where your English can breathe. People remember compliments. They remember how you made them feel. When you say, "I like your energy," or "You look happy today," you are doing something beautiful. You are making someone's day better, and you are making your confidence stronger. Both happen at the same time. One short sentence, two happy hearts. Try this at home. Stand in front of the mirror. Say, "I love your accent. Your English is very good." Say it to yourself first, then try it with others. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Just speak slowly, gently, with kindness. Compliments are not about grammar. They are about connection, and you are learning to connect. Here's a secret. When you feel nervous, focus on the other person, not on your mistakes, not on your fear. Look at something you truly like about them, their shirt, their smile, their voice, and say it. Real compliments come from real attention. When you focus outside yourself, the fear inside gets smaller. Also, speak like a friend, not a machine. Don't say, "Your watch is aesthetically pleasing." Say, "That's a nice watch." Keep it human. Keep it warm. Keep it you. English becomes easier when your heart leads your mouth, and a compliment spoken with feeling is stronger than 1,000 perfect words. And maybe, just maybe, you don't always need a question to begin. You don't need, "Where are you from?" or "What do you do?" You can just say something kind and let the rest unfold. But what if you do need help or a bit of information? What if you're lost or unsure or just need a small favor? Did you enjoy the content and it made a difference for you? Click on Super Thanks and support our work. Sometimes the strongest English you can use is a question, a small, honest question, not because you are weak, but because you are human. "Can you help me, please?" These 7 words can unlock connection, kindness, and courage. Asking for help is not a problem. It's a path to confidence, a path to real communication. When you ask something simple, like, "Do you know what time it is?" you are doing 2 things at once. You are solving a problem and practicing English. It's not just about getting the answer, it's about speaking without fear. And in many moments of life, these phrases are your tools. You don't need fancy grammar, you need bravery. Imagine you are in a train station. You feel lost. Your heart is beating fast. You want to ask someone, but your English feels slow. That's okay. You breathe. You say, "How do I get to the station?" Or, "Is this seat taken?" And just like that, you are no longer alone. Your voice has power, even if it shakes. You can use these phrases in shops, airports, buses, or schools. Where is the nearest bathroom? That's not just survival English. That's real-life English. You are using your words to move through the world, and every time you do that, your brain grows stronger. Your voice becomes more sure, one question at a time. Try this. Write these questions in a notebook, then say them out loud every morning. "Do you speak English? Can I ask you something? I have a question." Record your voice. Play it back. Hear your tone. Hear your progress. You don't need to ask 100 questions. Start with 3. Repeat them daily. Repetition is your magic. Asking for help is not a weakness. It's a skill, a beautiful skill, and it's also a chance to receive kindness. People like to help, but first they need to hear your voice, so practice it softly, slowly, clearly. Speak like someone who deserves help, because you do. And here's something people forget. Every time you ask a question, you open the door to a longer conversation. Is this seat taken? Can become, where are you going? Do you know the time? Can become, are you from here? Your question is not the end, it's the beginning. And once a door opens, what if you want to go a little deeper? What if you want to know more about the person, not just the place? What if you want to talk about dreams, music, or favorite foods? That's when English becomes more than just language. That's when it becomes friendship. At some point, small talk feels small. You say, hi. You ask, how are you? But deep inside, you want more. You want to connect. You want to talk about real things. And yes, you can, even with simple English, even with short questions. Deeper conversation is not about big words. It's about curiosity, care, and courage. Start with something honest and friendly. What do you do? It's not just about jobs. It's about identity. You're saying, tell me about your life. That's a gift. And then, listen. Don't worry about your grammar. Let your curiosity lead. That's how you grow your English, by growing your connection. You can also ask, what do you like to do in your free time? It sounds simple, but it opens many doors. Hobbies, passions, daily life, all can come from this one question. Maybe they like music, maybe they paint, maybe they cook for their kids, and suddenly, the English you're speaking feels full of life. Music is a great topic, easy, emotional, personal. Try, what kind of music do you like? The answer might surprise you. And now you can share too. I like slow songs. I listen to music when I cook. These are not complex sentences, but they create warm, human connection. That's the goal. Here's another great one. What's your favorite food? This question brings a smile almost every time. It's playful. It's safe, and it leads to longer conversation. I love pasta. I eat rice every day. I miss my grandma's soup. Now you're not just talking, you're feeling. This is how English becomes real. You can also ask about their world. What's something you love about your city? You're inviting pride, you're inviting stories, and you're learning how people live. Even if your English is simple, your questions are powerful. They show interest, and that interest makes people feel good. And then, the most beautiful question of all, what's your dream? You might feel shy to ask this, but sometimes it's the perfect question. It invites heart, it invites hope, it creates connection. Maybe they want to travel, maybe they want to write a book, maybe they want to feel free, just like you. So now you've gone from hello to what's your dream, all in simple English. And that's not just conversation, that's transformation. But how do you keep this growth alive? How do you practice all these powerful phrases every day so they stay in your heart and your mouth? Now, you have 50 sentences to start real conversations in English. You don't need to remember them all today. Just choose 3 or 4 that feel easy. Repeat them. Practice them. Use them in your real life. Speak to a friend. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Whisper it on the bus. Say it while cooking. Ask yourself, which sentence do I want to try this week? Can I say one sentence even when I feel nervous? What will change in my life when I start speaking more? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Even one small sentence can open a big door. So, keep practicing with these videos. Your voice matters, your story matters, and your English can grow every day. Subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, practice with me again tomorrow. Let's keep growing, one sentence at a time.